2024 Cadillac Escalade. That means you'll get all of the space and opulence that the Escalade name is renowned for. It's similar in size and price to the equally imposing and brashly styled Lincoln Navigator. Both have similar capabilities and tech features, too. For more European flavor, consider the smaller Mercedes-Benz GLS or the BMW X7. They're easier to maneuver and more comfortable, but don't offer as much interior space or towing capability as the big Cadillac and Lincoln SUVs. Choosing between these vehicles ultimately comes down to how you plan to use them. The Escalade and Navigator offer maximum utility. The 2024 Cadillac Escalade is all about luxury. Big luxury. Its massive dimensions dwarf most other passenger vehicles and its bold styling is anything but subtle. As the flagship in Cadillac's lineup, it's the automaker's largest SUV, and it's a showcase of all the available technology and features. This year, GM added its advanced Super Cruise hands-free automated driving feature to the Escalade's standard equipment list on all but the base model. It's one of the more novel features that dramatically reduces driver fatigue on the highway, and it's easily one of the best systems available. Otherwise, the 2024 Escalade returns in the same form as last year. That means you'll get all of the space and opulence that the Escalade name is renowned for. 2024 Cadillac Escalade V. The Cadillac Escalade V embodies the epitome of American luxury, opulent, commanding, and upscale. Available in both a spacious 3-row SUV and an extended ESV version, it makes a grand statement. Cadillac simplifies the choice by offering a single, fully loaded trim level for the Escalade V, where all-wheel drive and a robust 682 horsepower supercharged V8 engine come standard. The Escalade V strikes a harmonious balance between a high-performance SUV and a supple luxury cruiser, with its air suspension ensuring a buttery smooth ride. While delivering incredible performance for a vehicle its size, the Escalade V leans towards being a potent grand tourer rather than a nimble sports SUV, distinguishing itself from models like the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT and Lamborghini Urus. Instead, it competes well against the Mercedes-Benz AMG GLS 63, Bentley Bentayga, and Land Rover Range Rover. The largest performance SUV on the market, the Cadillac Escalade V is as imposing as it is powerful. Its over-the-top luxury and supercharged V8 power come at a price, though, rivaling imported SUVs with sportier acceleration and handling. 2024 Chevrolet Traverse. The Traverse is technically a midsize crossover, but don't a Euro TMT let the label fool you. Eat a Euro TMS big, inside and out. The Chevy seats 8 passengers comfortably and has 98 cubic feet of cargo space. Tata Euro TMS more than you a Euro TMLL find in most of its rivals, including the Ford Explorer, Honda Pilot, Kia Telluride, and Hyundai Palisade. And eat a Euro TMS powerful, with a new turbocharged engine that delivers considerably more standard horsepower than you get in the Toyota Grand Highlander and Volkswagen Atlas. Families looking for a big, family-friendly SUV that delivers strong value should check out the new 2024 Chevy Traverse. The Chevy Traverse no longer looks like a frumpy minivan. That sound you hear is the jubilation of moms everywhere. The 2024 Chevrolet Traverse has been completely redesigned, giving the big, 3-row SUV a cool new look, more power, better off-road performance, and a more modern cabin with tech galore. Its new 17.7-inch touchscreen is the largest in this class, and there's a snazzy new digital gauge cluster. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard. The Traverse is about the same size as the Chevrolet Tahoe, but the two are very different. The Tahoe is truck-based with a traditional ladder-type frame and big V8 engines, while the Traverse is car-based like the smaller Chevrolet Equinox. This gives the Traverse a more car-like ride and a higher level of refinement than the Tahoe and other traditional truck-based SUVs such as the Ford Expedition. The Traverse is technically a midsize crossover, but don't a Euro TMT let the label fool you. Eat a Euro TMS big, inside and out. The Chevy seats 8 passengers comfortably and has 98 cubic feet of cargo space. 2024 GMC Acadia. There's big news for the 2024 GMC Acadia, both literally and figuratively. From nose to tail, it's 10.6 inches longer than the 2023 model, with most of that made up by its wheelbase, the distance between the front and rear wheels. That translates to more interior space for both passengers and cargo, which is great since the previous Acadia was criticized for being too small in both areas. By GMC's reckoning, cargo capacity behind the third row has increased by almost 80%. The all-new 2024 GMC Acadia is larger than before, offering much more interior space for passengers and cargo. With modern tech and brawny capabilities, it could have what it takes to challenge the top SUVs in its class. The new third-generation Acadia also goes big on technology. A huge 15-inch infotainment touchscreen is standard on all models, and GM's praiseworthy Super Cruise highway driving system is available on more than just the top Denali trim. The off-road capable AT4 model gets upgrades that should confidently moderate off-road terrain. We don't have all of the information for the 2024 GMC Acadia yet, but we'll be updating this review as we get closer to the on-sale date sometime in early 2024. 2024 GMC Hummer EV SUV. The 2024 GMC Hummer EV SUV is the zero-emission follow-up to one of the most admired and vilified SUVs of all time. While widely admired by its fans, the original Hummer H1 became the poster child for the profligate use of fossil fuels. The subsequent H2 and H3 models carried the same in-your-face styling but weren't quite as thirsty at the gas pump. Nevertheless, when General Motors went through bankruptcy and government-supervised reorganization during the Great Recession, the Hummer brand went out the window. Now it is back in an innovative battery electric vehicle with capabilities pulled from superhero comic books. This is a vehicle that can arrange its wheels to maneuver diagonally. This is a vehicle that can raise itself 6 inches to make its way over boulders. This is a vehicle that can drive itself, hands-off, on more than 200,000 miles of mapped roads. This is a vehicle that can take 4 kids back and forth to school every day in comfort and safety while producing no carbon emissions at all. Interestingly, this last capability will probably be among the GMC Hummer EV SUVs most used, but that doesn't mean the others Euro and many more of its capabilities Euro are unimportant. 2024 GMC Yukon. The Yukon's price makes it a hard sell, though. The lower trims start around $5,000 more than equivalent Tahoe trims, but come with the same basic features. Moving up to the Denali and Denali Ultimate trims gets into Escalade, Lincoln Navigator, and even Land Rover Range Rover Territory Euro, all high-class options with comparable power and towing capacity. GMC's mid-trim Yukon SLT, with a few options, hits the sweet spot of value, style, and performance. All three SUVs are built on the same foundation and provide similar performance. The Yukon's 3 engine choices Euro 2 V8S and a V6 diesel Euro deliver enough grunt to tow 7,700 to 8,400 pounds, while the standard and optional air suspensions mask the Yukon's truck roots. The quiet and cavernous interior can seat up to 9 passengers and cargo space is larger than in any of the Yukon's rivals. When a Cadillac Escalade is a little too fancy for your full-size SUV needs, but the Chevrolet Tahoe a little too plain, the 2024 GMC Yukon splits the difference. GMC infuses Chevy's humble full-size SUV with a bit more luxury and style, but retains its massive interior space and potent towing ability. It also stays several thousands under the Escalade's price. When a Cadillac Escalade is a little too fancy for your full-size SUV needs, but the Chevrolet Tahoe a little too plain, the 2024 GMC Yukon splits the difference. GMC infuses Chevy's humble full-size SUV with a bit more luxury and style, but retains its massive interior space and potent towing ability. 2024 Chevrolet Tahoe. But the Tahoe isn't cheap and its plain cabin design and materials are disappointing. And adding options to the Tahoe quickly escalates the price into luxury SUV territory. The rival Jeep Wagoneer has a nicer interior, more cargo space, and stronger towing for about the same price, while the Ford Expedition and Toyota Sequoia offer more fuel-efficient gas engines. The Tahoe's optional diesel remains a standout, however. Still, with its spacious accommodations and respectable towing strength, the Tahoe remains one of the best in its class. Full-size SUVs with 3 rows, room for 8, and ample cargo space are everywhere today. They are one of the fastest-growing automotive segments of the past decade and include excellent choices such as the Kia Telluride and Chevrolet Traverse. But these crossover-based SUVs often fall short in towing ability. Enter the 2024 Chevrolet Tahoe. The Tahoe sits atop a rugged truck chassis and offers similar space as its crossover counterparts, with added capacity for pulling heavy loads.